تكاد السماوات يتفطرن منه وتنشق الأرض وتخر الجبال هدا.
Ibrahim. We should call him Ustad Ibrahim, right? Yeah. Academic Excellence Award, and very fittingly so, awarded to Ustad Ibrahim Somauroo for his outstanding achievements through, I think, not just this year, throughout the 2 years, really. He's put in the hard work. And yeah, W's in the chat, I would say. I would say this is a W's in the chat. Actually, listen, we have to put W's in the chat for everybody, really. Bidun tamyiz, without discrimination or distinction. Everybody deserves a W in the chat. Anyway, this was for outstanding achievement in Arabic, as I just said. Yeah, he's been very dedicated over the last 2 years, and he's improved so much. And inshallah, Allah gives him and the rest of you the tawfiq to continue on in the same vein.
W in the chat for everyone. Everyone is a winner today. Congratulations to everyone that's gotten an award so far. It was definitely well deserved. It is not easy to go to school, I know. As much as we act like, oh, you should know this, no, it's definitely not easy being a student. So please accept your awards, and may Allah grant barakah to every one of us. So we're going to the next segment, and I like to think that one of the greatest ways to understand the impact of a school, to understand the impact of Stewards, is to hear directly from his students. So without further ado, I'm going to be introducing Ustaz Ibrahim Somauroo, as Mrs. Khalid has said. So please come forward to talk about his experience studying Arabic language at Stewards. This is Ibrahim. The floor is yours.
هو خالقنا ورازقنا وهو على كل شيء قدير. Allah is Ghafoor, Allah is Rahim, Allah is the one who loves them.
Right. Assalamualaikum. Yeah, so good, okay. Yeah, I'm Ibrahim. I just finished the GCSE Arabic course at Stewards. So that, in my opinion, the most enjoyable part was the grammar, which Ustad Khalid put a lot of emphasis on. Interestingly, the GCSE itself doesn't actually require that much regarding it, but Ustad still put a lot of effort into it, simply because grammar helps significantly with understanding. Not just in Arabic, but in every language. Same thing applies before. Same thing applies there. And interestingly, I learned a lot about English grammar through learning Arabic. Like, as a native English speaker, obviously we don't learn grammar formally, right? But the sort of way that we speak uses the grammar, but just subconsciously. And through learning Arabic grammar and learning fundamentals of English grammar, I find that reading and also writing English texts is much more interesting. I can sort of pick up different grammatical structures. Anyway, back to Arabic. I find that I can understand the Quran significantly more since doing the course, and probably around 50% of that I can understand there. One of the main reasons, in my opinion, that I can do that is due to looking at the roots of a word, because in Arabic, every word basically has a root, and words with similar roots have connected meanings. So, for example, I don't know, in the reading exam, the final exam that I did, May. In that exam, there was a word mushtaqun. I've never come across that word before, but I knew that the root of this word was shawq, which means like longing, yearning, maybe craving. And then through that, I could derive that the meaning of this word was that the person involved, person who was described, had a strong desire for a certain thing. I think it was listening to a lecture, which is kind of weird, but whatever. That was what the question was about. I understood what the words meant. Also, for better or for worse, I've started using Arabic phrases in my everyday English conversation, like yani or aywa. I'm not sure that's a good thing, but I mean, it's a change that's happened nonetheless. So the hardest bit about Arabic, and I think the hardest bit about any language for that matter, is the vocabulary, specifically like memorizing a bunch of terms. Luckily for us, Ustad Khalid has set up a bunch of Quizlet lists that contain, I think, all of the required terms, at least for the GCSE exam. So there's a lot of stuff there, a lot of content. And when I first wanted to get started, I felt a little bit overwhelmed, perhaps. I was feeling like, oh, I don't want to do this. It's going to be too difficult. It's going to be a bit boring. But the reality is, once you get started, you sort of get into like a flow state, and you sort of fly through the sets, fly through the lists. And another thing that definitely helps regarding that is that not all the words are required. Some of the words are kind of oddly specific. Some of them are a little bit useless. So if you cannot completely memorize every single term, it's not the end of the world. There are certain terms that are sort of quintessential for a theme. So for example, the theme of protecting the environment, that's quite a large theme in the GCSE. So knowing terms like global warming or recycling, that's pretty important. But there are some like niche terms that if you don't know, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, based on that, the advice that I would give to anybody who is currently doing the course, or anybody who is maybe considering doing it at some point in the future, is to just do it. Just bite the bullet and just start the Quizlet lists. Start learning the vocabulary. It doesn't need to be anything huge. Like even doing 5 minutes a day would have significant yield. 5 minutes a day for a year would result in, at least in my opinion, pretty significant results. And then of course, if you get close to the exam, you might want to try a bit more. But if you're not, there's not really much pressure to do it, which again is a sort of an excuse some people will make. But just do it. Just bite the bullets and give it a go. I think that's enough for me for the day.
Give thanks to Allah for the moon and the stars.
أن دعوا للرحمن ولدا وما ينبغي للرحمن أن يتخذ ولدا إن كل من في السماوات والأرض إلا آتي الرحمن عبدا لقد أحصاهم وعدهم عدا